Hello everyone, I am back. So I'm talking about Kandi, the OLG, and the rest of her family. Kandi Ski Trip, the third episode and the finale. At first I was like, why is this a three-part? Why is there a three-part show? Like, it's just three parts. That's it. But then I realized it's only while they were on vacation. So anyway. We pick up where we left off last week with Mama Joyce and Carmen going to talk. Now, anybody with half a gnat's brain could understand how this conversation was gonna go. Basically, Mama Joyce is perpetuating that whole he said, she said scenario that has been going around plaguing people since the beginning of time. Apparently, she heard that Todd and Carmen were sleeping around through the streets. Right. So, Carmen basically is like, you can't say that, you know, about people just going around saying that. Especially, she's on a, Mama Joyce is on a national television show. Well, not national, this show is shown all around the world. So, a global television show saying things about Carmen that aren't true. Not to mention, Carmen works for Kandi, so she's around this 24/7. She's got to hear this, everything. And Carmen's also said, you've known me since I was, a kid, 7, I think, or something like that. And Mama just like, well, I didn't know Todd. It makes no sense because 2 seconds later, she says, she has no issue with Todd. She says, a man is a man. Carmen's the woman. That is so stupid. Just because he's a man, that you can forgive him if he did cheat on your daughter. But if your daughter's friend cheated with him, you want to call her a hoe? Mama Joyce is living back when she was younger, when her husband would cheat on her and she would look the other way and blame the woman, not blame the man. That's just so stupid to me. But what I thought Mama Joyce did just cross the line was when Carmen brought up Todd's mother, who if you do not know, she passed away last year, sometime last year, if I'm not mistaken. And they were saying, this is what happened with you and her. You were saying false stuff about her, and she's like, I'm sorry the damn lady died. It just kind of felt very insensitive on Mama Joyce's part. And this crazy ass lady talk about, let's take a lie detector test. I want Todd and Carmen to take a lie detector test. Mama Joyce, sit down. I do love Aunt Bertha and Aunt Nora. They are the scene stealers. I've said this before and I said again, they are the scene stealers for me. They're over the rumors. The aunts are like, they get along with Carmen, they get along with Todd. Mama Joyce surprisingly starts talking to Todd's assistant Matthew and saying how Don Juan and Carmen, which I agree, are just nasty for no reason. They seem to be nasty, and Don Juan and Carmen seem to have attitudes for no reason. I can't understand why. With that being said, she tells Matthew, if you ever need to talk, call me. And at that point, I'm like, I kind of feel sorry for her. I think she's just lonely. Intertwined with that scene of Mama Joyce talking to Matthew is Aunt Bertha and Nora talking to Carmen that something is wrong with Mama Joyce. She actually had, I wrote this down so I didn't get this wrong. Mama Joyce had an aneurysm in her head and had surgery to remove it. And they say she hasn't been right ever since. That could explain some things, I guess. That could explain some things. I'm mad that nobody ever got that looked out if she's acting very differently than what she did when she went into the surgery. Nobody ever, Kandi has money. She can afford the best doctors to check her mama out, but her mama probably thinks she's fine, and Candy's act like she's afraid to even talk to her mother about her mother's behavior. So what can you do? The aunts, after that, they're over it. They go to Todd and want to go to the weed store. Now they were saying something. They didn't smoke weed. They just wanted to go look. Old women just want to look and see what it's like. And I just thought that scene was hilarious. They went with Todd, which was it was a huge surprise to me. It was like they went with Todd, but they like Todd. Everybody seems to like Todd. Even Mama Joyce seemed to like Todd, but Mama Joyce can't get past Carmen. But so basically, Joyce expresses that she just wants to see Kandi more. She wants to see her granddaughter Riley more. And surprisingly, she now accepts Todd's daughter Kayla as her grandmother. I mean, as her granddaughter. And she says she's going to try to be the best grandmother that she can be to both of them. I don't know if this is true. Maybe she's being nice until Kandi gets a full-fledged spinoff. Or maybe she's actually being truthful. I don't know what the lady doing. I don't know, what's going on, but we'll see what happens with that. After that scene, we have Matthew, Todd's assistant, go to visit Carmen and Don Juan. Carmen is Candy's assistant. Don Juan is Candy's the general manager of the Kandi Empire, or whatever. He still works for Kandi, so still assistant to me. He goes to them and Matthew tries to clear the air. Now, let me tell you what these are. There's a difference now. Black people and Mexicans and Latinos and Asians and stuff, they be like, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for your job. I'm ready. No. Matthew's a white guy. This is what the white people do. This dude, cleared the air kind of with Don Juan. Cleared the air with Carmen, but in his confessionals and those talking heads, he's like, when I come to Atlanta, watch out for your job, bitches. Oh, Matthew, I see how you coming. You plays no games. When you come through, you come through. Come through, Matthew. Okay. Hey, he might be running, everything. He might end up Todd and Candy's assistant. I do follow Kandi on Instagram and Facebook, and he's still helping her, doing stuff for her. So I'm like, Carmen, watch your position. And Don Juan, if you think you're safe, watch your position. Yeah, but I still don't like Don Juan. I don't give a fuck about what he does at the candy factory. If he was replaced and never seen on the show about whatever again, I would not be sad at all. No, seriously, I wouldn't be sad. No, seriously, I wouldn't be sad. I really wouldn't care. So we're wrapping up the trip. Everybody, is laughing and getting along, and Riley and Kayla, the daughters, surprisingly have been the most mature people through this entire trip. They are even the ones who come up with writing down any negativity that's happened on a piece of paper, and you throw it in the fire and burn it. That's signifying leaving everything in the past, which I thought was a really good thing. I was like, okay, I can get jiggy with it. I can relate to that. I like that. And we got emotional because Riley was just saying how she wants to be closer to her grandmother and stuff, and Riley was like, when she checked Carmen and Don Juan, that's the only thing I didn't agree with. Riley, you do not have to apologize for checking them for being shady and messy, because they were. But Kayla brought everybody to tears because we all know Mama Joyce treated her like crap during a little wedding special, and she also talked shit about Kayla's grandmother, about Todd's mother, before she passed. So for Kayla to be able to forgive that woman, that was very big of her. And it's nice to see they've had little moments during the show that I noticed, just the two of them off helping each other or doing something with each other. So I like that. I love that they were able to move past that. That's pretty much it. Everybody decided, that's when it's time to head on home. Now, before I go, I will say Kandi Burruss is a great businesswoman. She knows her family's entertaining, so she puts them on TV. This is Kandi's third spinoff with Bravo. She never does full-fledged spinoff. She did like music thing. It was like 5 or 6 episodes. And then she did her wedding special, which was the highest rated Housewives spinoff. Then she did this show, which is also the highest rated. So for people who saying the show would be nothing without Nene brings the ratings. If Nene, was the only, now Nene does bring star power and ratings, and don't get me wrong, but if she's the only reason, then Nene's wedding would have been the highest rated. But no, it's Kandi. So I think a little piece of every housewife is needed, except Portia. Portia's dumb. So I commend Kandi. She took her family and her family issues, and they're working them out on TV, getting paid for them, getting ratings for them, getting fame. So kudos to you, Miss Burruss, and I hope the Kandi empire keeps growing. So, like I say, I don't know if I don't know if this is it, or maybe if they're going to turn her into a full-fledged spinoff. I don't know. I would love to see the OLG, the Old Lady Gang. We'll see how it goes. I will keep you informed if they do decide to turn it into one. So, toodles, feel free to like, subscribe, share, tell your mama, tell your dog, tell everybody about it. Okay. Toodles.